All right, here we are. We're ready to go. It's showtime. This is the last episode of 2024-25. I am here with the kindergartners who started this whole kindergarten craze. They are graduating, so you can see we're all in our graduation outfits. And so what a better way to finish the year at the DPS Next Level podcast by finishing off with kindergartners who will be seniors one day in about 12 years, I guess, and they'll be graduating.
Yay.
So what a wonderful show we're going to have. I can't wait to see how much you've grown since the first show. So I tell you what, since you already have your hats on, in my head, I want people to see my head. Even though I don't have any hair, I want people to see my head. Why don't we take our hats off for right now? How about that?
Yeah, I'm just going to set mine right here.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm just going to
No
set
problem.
that
Yeah, you can
like
take
a
your
plate.
hat off if you like.
I just want to take
Or
my
you can leave it
plate
on.
off.
You want to leave yours on? Yeah, I'm taking
leave
mine
mine
off because
on.
I want people to see my head.
But
Okay? So listen very closely. Let's get started. You all are already like quasi-stars and people already know you. I want to start with Amaya. Could you tell me what you're going to be doing this summer?
I want to
can't
go
put
to
it on my
Hawaii.
What are you going to be doing this summer?
I'll go to Hawaii.
You're going to Hawaii? Okay, so you're going to get on a plane and fly all the way to Hawaii?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're going to be out in the water swimming?
I know what I
Yeah.
know.
But
Okay.
I don't know how to
Can I do
swim
one?
yet.
That's going to be awfully fun.
I'm going to Africa.
Nikayla, what are you going to do this summer?
I'm going to go to the Disney cruise and
I can't put mine on my
Oh
head.
my God, a Disney
I
cruise.
can't put mine
And
on
all
my
type
head.
of characters on there.
go
Because
on a
mine's Tippy.
vacation.
Okay, Marley, what say you? What are you going to do this summer?
Well, my mommy's going to have surgery, so I'm going to go to Cleveland.
Okay, I hope your mom's going to be okay. In fact, I'm sure she's going to be. Jakai, what are you going to do this summer?
Going to the Kroger's Crocs Center.
Really? Oh, that sounds like a fun summer. And Jada, what are you going to do this summer?
I'm going to fly to Africa.
What part of Africa do you know?
No.
Okay, but you're going to be on a plane. Are you coming back for the
No.
first grade year? You're going to stay in Africa?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, while you're there, please send me a postcard. I'll make sure we continue to write you. But I don't want you to stay. It'd be good if you come back for the
I
first
was
grade.
just joking. I'm not going to Africa.
Oh, okay. I was just joking
I'm
too
not
then.
going. I'm not going anywhere.
You're not?
I'm just going to. I'm just going to after school.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to my grandma's house, and my grandma and I think my grandma's house going to have a pool party.
Okay, well, we've got lots of after-school activities here this summer. I was talking about it at the last board meeting if you didn't see it. And Paul, what are you doing this summer? What are you doing this summer?
I'll go
I can't put my hat on.
into I'll go into Africa.
Oh, okay, I got it. So you and Jada are flying to Africa together?
No, I'm not going to Africa.
Okay, she's not going there. Are you still going because she's not going?
Yes.
You're going by yourself? Okay. Are you on the plane by yourself?
No, I am. But I'm
Yes,
just.
I am.
Okay.
I am. I
Got
am
you.
going to Africa.
And how old are you?
I'm 6.
Okay, 6. So
I'm
6-year-olds
6.
get to get on the plane by themselves?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going
Okay.
to Africa, but I'm going to a different Africa.
It's 2 of them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
there's
Are you?
actually a
Excuse me. I have a question for Poe. Are you TSA pre-screened?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure that you can walk straight to the line. You don't have to take off your belt or shoes, and you can just continue to walk through. I don't want them to stop you. Okay. So now listen. Now that we know that Poe is TSA pre-screened and he can fly straight to Africa, no problems, and now
Look
we
at
know
me.
about surgeries, and now we know about
Look at
Hawaii
my
and
hat.
vacations. Here's what else I want to know about. What has been the most fun thing about your kindergarten first year? And raise your hand. Raise your hand.
I
And
don't
I
know.
see
I don't know what
Marley's
that
hand. Give me one moment. I see Marley's hand flew up. So Marley, what's been really fun about your first kindergarten year? Hopefully your last. Hope you know kindergarten
I've
year.
been a lot of kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
So far, I like the math because I've been getting a lot of A's on math
Okay.
and language. It's
Okay.
easy to spell all of the words.
Okay.
And it's
easy.
so fun.
It's easy to spell. Lots of A's in math. I like it. Nikayla, what do you think about math and ELA? What's your favorite part about kindergarten?
Speaking Spanish.
Really? Let me hear a little bit.
Uno,
Dos.
tres, cuatro, single.
Okay. Very-
7, 8, 9, 10,
I-
11, 12, 13.
Well, this is amazing. Look at what we're doing here in Dayton
Vámonos.
Public Schools. We have kindergartners speaking Spanish.
I know
Now, listen, I have a question for you. Should we just one moment? Should we finish the podcast in Spanish and like just speak Spanish the rest of the time? Yeah! Oh my God! No, then people. Well, wait a minute. One moment. Then people won't know what we're talking about. So we got to stay with English.
But we know some of the stuff about one.
They do. Well,
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. Mm.
I
I speak some Spanish. Poquito.
Everyone
Poquito.
be quiet. Guess what?
Well, I tell you what. So listen, Marley's doing great. Nikayla, one moment. Marley's got her hand up. Jada, one moment. What would you like to say?
This is how you say, I thank you for being grateful for me.
Mm-hmm.
Competompa.
Well, listen, I want to get back to the question in English because I didn't even know what that meant. Yeah, because you all are saying things I didn't even know. So, Jada, did you want to talk about your kindergarten year? Tell me about your first year in kindergarten. What did you like about it?
I've been to 255 kindergarten.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been 100,000,000.
That's incredible. Jakai, tell me about your kindergarten year. What's your first year been like in kindergarten?
Good.
I didn't tell Matt yet.
Yeah?
I
Well,
like everything that I'm supposed to do.
well, I'm glad you raised your hand and it sounds like you were a very good student. That you
I
liked
didn't say
everything
that
you were
yet.
supposed to do. Paul,
didn't
tell me
say-
about you. And Jada, I will come back to you. Word is bond. In fact, how do you say come back in Spanish? Oh, no, don't do that. Paul, what do you like about your first year, kindergarten?
Well, I was playing Giggle Gardens and playground because so I was a Spanish because I was happy yesterday.
That was amazing. You know what? Just before we go on any further, I have my graduation stuff on. Do you think I could go back to kindergarten? Do you think your teachers would accept me as a kindergartner?
You have a beard. You're a grown You have a beard. You grown up.
Wait a minute. Just 1 second. I want you to answer this question, and I want you to raise your hand when you answer it. Are you telling me that in all your classes there's nobody with a beard?
No. Yes.
There's got to be some kindergarten with a beard.
No.
What about a kindergarten with a mustache?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay, Marley's got her hand up. What would you like to say, Marley?
Well, you're too old to go to kindergarten.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's
only
56 years old.
Listen, at the last podcast we did in the beginning of the year, you all were being very nice about my age. Now I see that you're not being as nice. I'm only 8 months older, but in any event, Amaya, what would you like to say about your kindergarten year? Or, well, actually, what would you like to say?
2025.
I was having a party today with some
2025.
some games.
2025.
You were having a party today with some
2025.
games?
2025.
Gotcha.
2025.
Jada, she's talking over there. Would you give her the floor, please? Thank you. We're going to come to you and let you talk about that. You were having a party?
Yeah, and we was doing tic-tac-toe and some bicycle cars and some tunnels.
So you left your party to come here?
Yeah.
Gracias.
2025.
That means Spanish for thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Do you see that? You see that? Oh, here we go. We start again in Spanish. I should. You said going loco. You listen. Kindergartners can make somebody go loco.
Loco.
You have to translate that for me. Oh my God, I got to get out of this. The podcast is turned into Spanish. Hey, listen, I want to remind you all of something. Listen, let me show you. Do y'all see how I'm talking into my mic? So you can't touch it, okay? You can't touch the top of it because then it's going to mess up our audio and kind of mess up the whole story here. We want to make sure we do that. So now listen. Now that we got a chance to get through where you're going for the summer, now I know that kindergartners in Dayton Public Schools are already learning a second language. Now that I know how you feel about your first year, I have a question about the first grade. have a
No.
question about the first grade.
Kiki.
And I want to know, would you be willing to come back your first grade year? Will you come back next year in the first grade?
Yes, yes, yes.
I have another question. What about the second grade? Will you come back? What about the third?
Yes.
Fourth?
Yes.
Fifth?
Yes.
Sixth?
Yes.
Seventh?
Yes.
Eighth?
Yes.
Ninth?
Yes.
10th?
Yes.
11th?
Yes.
12th?
Yes.
13.
13th?
Yes.
Okay.
14. I'll come to 14th
Okay,
grade.
but listen.
50, 60,
Your 13th
yes.
year, that
Yes,
means
yes,
you'll be
yes.
in college. 13 years from now,
What's
I'll
the
be.
14 means?
Well, 13 years from now, you'll be in college. And
Look,
listen, hopefully I'll be such a good superintendent, there'll be a statue of me up or something.
No.
Okay, got you. We're still in that Spanish. So 1 second, Marley. Nikayla, you had your hand up. What would you like to say?
When it was the first time of my day, I used to learn all the things of my class.
You used to learn all the things of your class?
Nakala.
And what are those things?
Basically.
Learning how to make science real and learning how to recycle the whole planet.
So now we're talking about recycling. I'm glad to see we have some environmentalists here. This is really amazing how much you all have learned since you came back the first time and coming back to now. Let all your teachers know I'm really impressed. Amaya, what would you like to say? Jada?
When my first time talking to Spanish at school, we was talking to Spanish while we was doing the trash.
You were talking in Spanish while you're doing the trash? You know, I got to tell you something. I'm continually impressed by what we do in Dayton Public Schools. I think I see a lot when I'm now out, but this has taught me a lot listening to you all. I mean, things I didn't even know. Jada, what would you like to say?
I would like to say, I was about to say.
You had a lot to say earlier. I'm listening closely. Gotcha. You're going to stay in Spanish? Gotcha. See. Marley?
The first year and the first day of school, I was really scared. And then the second day, I made a lot of friends. And I'm so glad that I have a lot of friends. And we've been in our knowledge of me and my friends we've been learning from each other and we've been learning math language from each other.
So this is incredible. I have a question for you. You talked about your first day and how you felt about that, your first day. Just curious, I'm going to try to say this in kindergarten talk, right?
I'm in kindergarten talk.
Well, you all are first graders now, okay? So let's agree to that. You're first graders.
I'm in kindergarten.
Well, listen. In about 1 week, when the buses come 2 hours early to pick you up, and you go home, you're going to be a first grader. So let's just own that right now. Let's just say you're a first grader. So if there's some other people who are small like you, they're going to be coming to kindergarten next year. They're going to be smaller than you, and they're going to
preschoolers in my school.
Yeah. So listen. Thank you, Jada. That is my next.
And one of the preschoolers are coming to kindergarten.
Yes. So that's my next question.
And
How can you help the preschoolers? Tell me how you're going to help the preschoolers, Amaya. Oh my God! Everybody's hand went up. 1 second. Amaya, how are you going to help the preschoolers?
I'm going to help them go to lunchroom and help them go to my class.
I can't wait to hear it. Paul, how are you going to help the preschoolers?
So I can give us a lunch and go to the big playground.
Okay, so you're going to help them through lunch and what other line?
The big playground.
Okay, we'll translate that. Jada, I love the way you had your hand up and you waited. Tell me, how are you going to help the preschoolers?
By telling them by 800 plus 800 equals 1600.
Okay, so you're going to help them with their math facts. 800 plus 800 equals 1600?
Yes, and I'm also going to help them reading.
This is incredible. We have Spanish, math, reading. These preschoolers are going to have some great
and I'm also
mentors.
going to help them speaking, like Africa was the other one.
Wow.
Because there's another
Swahili?
English. There's Swahili?
Swahili, maybe that's an African language.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, maybe. Marley, how are you going to help? And then Nikayla, how are you going to help the preschoolers? Tell me how you're going to help the preschoolers so they can tell the world how you're going to help the preschoolers.
So I am going to help the preschoolers by telling them. Not, I'm going to help them by telling them how to read, telling them some words, and I'm going to help them. And I'm going to tell them 100 million plus 100 million is 200 million.
Okay, 100 million plus 100 million is 200 million. You're going to help them by telling them some words. And I see lots of people have math facts for the preschoolers and all type of things they're going to do for them. Now, Nikayla, could you tell me how you're going to help the preschoolers?
Peter, I have a question.
This is a moment. I know you're going to help them, right? I think. Yeah. I know how you're going to help them. When the preschoolers or kindergartens and they come back on the show, you're going to come back and show them how to be on the show, right?
Yeah. I am.
That's a no?
I am.
Maybe you show them how to go on field trips?
Yeah, I am.
Maybe you show them how to tie their shoe?
Yeah, I am.
Well, Nikayla, what are you going to show them?
I don't have any information. Oh.
Really? Okay, no worries. I mean, hey, it'll all work itself out. Amaya?
Where I was out, when my mommy was taking me to Hawaii, I was seeing Stitch wearing Hawaii stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Wait, are you going to
Okay.
Are you going to teach the preschoolers? Yeah.
Okay, she said, oh, yeah, she already said yes. Paul?
Well, I got to help the preschoolers. I got to help the preschoolers how to get and learn ABC order. And
I love that. Could you say that one more time right into that mic? Could you lean into your little mic right there and say that? Tell me how you're going to help them. Oh, yeah, perfect. Tell me how you're going to help those little preschoolers.
The preschoolers how to know how to get an ABC order, so I can be so happy and we can go to school and then play with the big Lego.
That is very good. I appreciate that. So listen, we're done with the preschoolers. I want to know two more things. We're done with the preschoolers. We're done with them. Yeah, we're done with preschoolers.
I have a question.
Here's what I want to know, and I'll get question time for you in a little bit. Now that we're done with the preschoolers, I got a question for you.
What?
How you going to help the teachers next year?
Oh
my God. Oh my God. You didn't raise your hand, but that's okay. I'm taking that. You're going to help your teachers by listening? We're going to run this thread over and over and over for all kids K-12. We're going to help the teacher by listening.
I'm going to raise my hand.
How are you, Jada, how are you going to help your teachers by listening?
Saki.
Or how are you going to help your teachers?
Saki. Let's go. Saki.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be an interesting part of the podcast. How are you going to help your teacher next year? It'll come to you. How are you going to help your teacher, Marley? Gotcha. And that translated, what does that mean? I think that's a Marley language. I'm not sure it's Spanish. Amaya, how are you going to help your teacher next year?
I'll help them talk in Spanish, and I will help them.
I won't help the teacher
And I
talk
will
in
help
Spanish.
them go home.
Okay. Jada, I'm going to answer your question, and I'm going to ask one more question before we close out and go home. What is your question?
My question is, how are we going to teach my question was,
Your peers are doing really well now.
my question was that how are we going to teach the big kids?
How are you going to teach the big kids?
Yeah.
You're going to teach the big kids by doing what you're doing right now, just being smart.
What?
Paul?
Well, I got to how to teach it how to read,
Push
how
me.
to
Kundo.
and
Shambere
how to
beko.
help the preschoolers
Mhm.
Kuch.
and the coconuts.
Kuch manda beko.
Trust me, when we get the audio on that, I'm definitely going to be able to turn it up, and I'll be able to respond to that. Amaya, what would you like to say?
When I was at school, we was playing Wobbers and Witch Babies and SpongeBob and we was reading in Spanish.
So I know this is my last question for you. I know you're going to miss your friends, right? Raise your hand if you're going to miss your friends.
I want to miss my friends.
Raise your hands if you're going to miss your friends. Are you going to miss your friends? No. If you're going to miss your friends, what I want to know is, tell me what you're going to miss about them at recess. What are you going to miss about them at recess, Marley?
I'm gonna miss playing tag with them, and I'm gonna miss playing on the trampoline that's outside.
Okay. And Maya, what are you going to miss?
I will miss when they play with me with queens and princesses and with the SpongeBob games.
And Jada, what are you going to miss?
I'm going to miss playing Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell. Kai, what are you going to miss?
Missing play tag with them and playing hide and seek.
Hide and seek. That's an old game. I used to play that. And Paul, what are you going to miss?
I'm gonna miss my friends and
You going to miss your friends?
my little gardens.
Well, let's get ready to wrap it up. Let's get ready to wrap it up. Hey, I want everybody's attention up here. I have a message for you. I want to tell you something. I'm going to miss you.
Okay, I'm gonna miss you too.
Going to miss you. All right. This concludes this episode of DPS The Next Level. I'll see everybody this summer. This is going to be called Revenge of the Kindergartners.